And what is up, folks? It is Saturday, August 18th, 97 fucking degrees out here in Kentucky. It's your boy, Spark. Knives are awesome. We are here for the 33rd week of the BladeForums.com 20th anniversary year of giveaways. What's up to everybody in the chat? We got Mark Grant, Derek C., Tim Shuttleworth, Chuck Clark, and hey, Mark Grant. We've got 7 people in line right now. That'll be going up shortly as we get into more stuff. What is up with y'all? So, interesting week so far. We've got some interesting things that have gone down in the last few days. Got a lot to talk about. Kevin Nielsen, hey, or Nelson, sorry, mangled your name. What's going on, y'all? Hey, it's Iron Kid 883, the Irish bastard from, where are you from again, Iron Kid? Are you from Dublin, or are you from Guernsey, or are you from, probably live in Tiananmen Square killing all the Hong Kong protesters? Bastard, Irish motherfucker. SWEDC's here. Folks, good to see you guys. Glad that everybody that came that could make it made it, with the exception of Iron Kid. Iron Kid, you need to tell your wife to message me because I have to send her live stream prize pack out from a couple weeks ago, and Customs will not let me send it out without a phone number. So I need her phone number. So have her, either you or her, one of you two, respond to my private message on Blade Forums where I requested the phone number so I can get the live stream prize pack out. So yeah, we are here. It's time for week 33 of the BladeForums.com giveaways. This week we are giving away a Boker 732. This is the Boker Urban Trapper with black G10 scales, it looks like. And the grand prize winner will also be winning a K-Bar Dozier 4062 Folding Hunter. So, somebody's getting 2 prizes there. Then we've also got a prize pack for the people watching live stream here. I actually forgot to bring it over from the photo table to my desk, but here's what y'all will be getting. Whoever's the lucky winner, somebody will be getting a Kershaw speed bump, I think that is, Hank 550 cord, a morale patch, a Wicked Edge sticker, SEAH1, and of course the gas station knife coated in hobo juice. Only this week it is not actually coated in hobo juice. This week it is actually just standard issue hobo knife or gas station knife, one each, not actually coated in disgusting fluids or anything like that. And I've got bad news. This is the second to last hobo knife that we have left. I've only got one more hobo knife after this, and then for the remaining 18 weeks, I guess we're just not going to be giving away hobo knives because I've run out. So yeah, it's folks, we're running out of the hobo knives. It's the end of an era. I'm crying here. I can't believe that we're not going to have more hobo knives to give away. But SOCKS, it is what it is, right? All right. So for those of you who let's get a show of hands in the chat. Is anybody new in the chat right now? Anyone in the chat here for the first time? All right, Iron Kid, you will have to add me to the giveaway next week for my birthday. LOL, I need me some Chinesium. Oh, everybody needs Chinesium, man. And it goes without saying, everyone needs that. All right, so what do we got? What do we got going on? That's this week's, next week's. Why is next week's? Weird. All right, I clearly screwed something up here, so let's add something else instead. Image 3, okay. Browse. Sorry, folks, give me a sec here. I've screwed this up something badly. Where this is right now, it should be we should be seeing next week's prize, which is the Kaiser Sheepdog, as opposed to the. Oh gosh, man, that is just huge. All right, let's see if we can shrink that down a little bit. Maybe get that. There we go. There we go. Let's see if we can shrink that down even further so that it's not ginormous. There we go. All right, so next week we will be giving away the Kaiser Sheepdog. Man, I've got this completely screwed up, but that's fine. Let's get back to the camera. All right, so next week we're going to be giving away a Kaiser Sheepdog. This is a S35VN blade with titanium handle, as you can see. Frame lock, pocket clip, super, super thick blade, 4 millimeters thick, very big workhorse knife. So somebody next week is going to be getting something really good. Rick Bradford's here. John Smith is here. Misplaced Hillbilly. Hey, cool. Misplaced Hillbilly, your prize pack went out, I think, on Thursday or so, maybe Tuesday. I honestly don't remember at this point. The days blur together for me, so you'll be getting your live stream prize pack. As a matter of fact, I think I am all caught up on stickers, prize packs, T-shirts, everything, all that shit for people who have won prizes. I think everything is shipped out, with the exception of like one sticker for Mike Sastry. So, for those of you who have not been here before, let's run it down. Every week we show up here for me to talk about various stupid stuff, talk shit about Iron Kid, and give away various prizes. First and foremost, we give away the stickers, then we give away the Velcro patches, then we give away the logo T-shirt that you can see behind me. Then we give away BladeForums.com premium memberships. If you've already got a premium membership, if you've got a basic membership, then I upgrade you to gold. If you've got a gold or higher, I just extend it out a year. And then we do the grand prize, and we do the live stream prize pack. So let's break down the rules. The rules for the giveaway are: you must have been a member. You must have registered your membership before November 2nd, 2018, because that was our 20th anniversary for the forums. So November 2nd, 2018, you must have been a member. That is to prevent people from registering 500,000 user free memberships and spamming the giveaways. If you do have a registered membership and you registered before November 2nd, 2018, then you are required, if you don't have a paid subscription, you're required to send a letter to Blade Forums, 8007 Vinecrest Avenue, Louisville, Kentucky, suite number 6, or actually 8007 Vinecrest Avenue, suite number 6, Louisville, Kentucky, 40222. So far, we've gotten one letter. That was for week 32 for the Himalayan imports Angola kukri. No letters this week, which means we don't have to worry about giving any prizes to registered users. Or any of the main prizes to registered users. If you don't have if you have a paid subscription, the registration date requirement is waived. You guys support the forum, so you could have registered yesterday, got a paid subscription, and the registration requirement's waived. You could win, the Boker 732 Urban Trapper and G10, and be good to go. Or you could win one of the other prizes as well. The BladeForums.com shirt, the BladeForums.com patch, the BladeForums.com sticker, BladeForums.com patch, BladeForums.com shirt, etc. So there you go. I am a little bit out of it. Did not sleep well last night. The heat is really kicking here. God, man, I had a horrible, horrible day yesterday. I came in here and I was feeling miserable all day long, no matter how much I hydrated. Was not feeling well. Got out of here about 4 o'clock, went home. It started raining about 2, went home, fell asleep from 4:30 to 6:30, took some aspirin, finally felt better, and it was just rough. Oh, cool. John Smith says he got his patch that he won, so that's awesome. And hey, we're up to 15 members. So 5:11 p.m. Let's get this started. We'll get things going on here, and we will see what we can do. So make sure, guys, also that you have gone in. If you make sure that you guys go in and get your entry in for the week 34 prize of the Kaiser Sheepdog. But how this works right now is that we go to the giveaway thread here, which is week 33 for the Boker Urban Trapper, which you can see up on the screen. You can see there's 19 pages of entries. Very last entry is post 362. So what I do here is I go to a website called random.org, and as you can see up on the screen, random.org allows me to do random number generation. And what I do is I put in post number 2, which is the first post after my initial post, which is post number 1. So between post number 2 and the very last post on the page, which was the thread, which is, as you can see, 362 here. So 362. And then we go back to random.org. You can see 2 and 362. And when I hit the generate button, it will generate a random number between 2 and 362. And that person wins whatever prize that we're going to be drawing. Whether it is the bladeforums.com sticker, whether it's one of the patches, whether it's the logo t-shirt, etc. Whatever we're doing, that's what it'll be. So let's get to random.org. Let's go ahead and pick our very first winner. And as you can see on the screen, post number 214 is the winner. So let's go back to the giveaway thread. And post number 214 should be on page, I want to say 11. Yep, page 11. So let's scroll on down, scrolling on down. Okay, post number 214. YO Coyote joined November 25th, 2015, so he meets the requirements for registration date. Unfortunately, he does not have a paid subscription. Womp womp. No paid subscription, YO Coyote, so you don't get the bladeforums.com sticker. Sorry, bud. No paid subscription, no letter, the rules are clear. Got to send in the letter or have a paid subscription if you've got a registered user. So, with that in mind, let's go back to random.org and pick another winner. 232. So, 232 is going to be on the next page. Or I believe it's going to be on the next page. Page 12. 232, Robobus? Huh, weird. Oh no, I forgot to get my fancy high-speed, prize winning sheet. So 232, Robobus wins the sticker. And you see how easy it works, folks. So, hey, anybody have good news this week? Anybody have something good happen to them? Because, man, I tell you, see ya, losers. I won the Publishers Clearinghouse $2.5 million sweepstakes. Surprise! I'm bailing on the forums. I'm not going to do knife stuff anymore. I won. I got a phone call saying that I won, and all I had to do was go to Walgreens, which is for those of you who don't have Walgreens in your area, or those of you who are in third world countries like Irish Kid and Big Bag Goth. Walgreens is a pharmacy / convenience store here in the U.S. And basically, the person that called me from Publishers Clearinghouse, who said I won a $2.5 million grand prize and also a 2018 Dodge Ram pickup truck, said that all I had to do was pay for the delivery fees on these grand prizes. And to do that, all I had to do was leave work, hop in my car, go to the nearest Walgreens, get a $150 Amazon gift card, and, get that and give them, pay for that, and that would cover everything. So I'm totally sure any day now I'm going to see a $2.5 million check from Publishers Clearinghouse and a 2018 Dodge Ram pickup truck. Because, somebody calling with a caller ID from Jamaica telling me to go buy a Amazon gift card to cover delivery fees on Publishers Clearinghouse thing sounds real legit. I don't know about y'all. I was born at night. Wasn't born last night. So when I heard that, I just basically kept him on the phone for as long as I could and strung him out. And eventually, told them, oh, hey, do you guys have my address? How are you going to meet me at the house? And, it led him down a merry path on this stuff. And it was fun while it lasted. So... yeah. Grand prize, live stream. Sorry, I forgot to write that. Every week I write down all the stuff on scratch pad here, and I forgot to get everything written down before the show started, so that's what I was doing just now. So yeah, exactly. If they kept ringing you, I could have said, hey man, you're making me crazy. Nice. So yeah, I should have gotten them to buy me a fucking Amazon gift card or something. Kevin Nelson, those scammers can't possibly make any money doing that stuff, can they? Actually, they can, and they do. If there wasn't any money in doing it, they wouldn't be doing it. But because people are stupid and they fall for this stuff, they, anything that's good, that sounds too good to be true is, well, these people don't, some people are just gullible or don't have common sense or whatever, and they want to believe in the good nature of people. So, yeah, that's what happens. So, we've given away the sticker. Let's go ahead and give away the BladeForms.com Velcro patch. Because I don't have as much fur, I trim my beard down. It doesn't stick in the beard as well. But we're going to go ahead and do that. So, let's go to random.org. And post number 68. So, post number 68 on random.org, which means that should be on page 3. Nope, page 4. All right, post number 68 for the Velcro patch is Kopesh. I hope I pronounced that right. Kopesh wins the BladeForms.com Velcro patch. So that's awesome. Dude's got a gold membership, joined in June 23rd of 2018, grand total 57 messages. And, hey, new member is always welcome, so that's good. So, what's been going on this week in the wide world of news? Let's go ahead and give away the T-shirt and the membership, and then we'll get to news articles. Then we'll do the the grand prize and the live stream prize back. SWEDC. I get Chinese robocalls fucking constantly. Yeah, you and me both, man. It's even worse. I get them all the time on my. I get them all the time on the shop cell phone, as opposed to my personal phone. The nice thing though with iOS is that lately they have been doing the marking some of these calls as spam, so it hasn't been quite as bad. But it is what it is. Whoa, looks like I got a divot in my head here. You guys see this? The hell? How did I get a divot in my head? I don't know. So yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and give away a T-shirt, and we'll get this going. Random.org. Pick the next winner. All right, post number 310. So post number 310 should be on page 15, I believe. Nope, page 16. All right, Canada Knife Guy 310. Canada Knife Guy. All right, so Canada Knife Guy has won the T-shirt. Oh yeah, something else to mention. We have given away so many T-shirts now that we are now out of 2XL T-shirts. The only 2XL T-shirts I have left no longer have the BladeForums.com logo. 2XL and 3XL have the old school Blade Forums oval logo with the switchblade in the center. If you guys weren't around, prior to the 2012 era when we redesigned the logo, if you guys are super overweight and you win a T-shirt, then we're, you're going to have to settle for one of the old school Blade Forums logos. So yeah, there you go. And let's get back here. Let's do the giveaway thread here. Actually, let's go back to page 1. Let's go to random.org, and we are going to give away the paid subscription. And post number 235. 235. Man, a lot of posts on that page are one in this week. So that's gonna be page 11 or 12. I don't remember. $235. C Dup. This guy registered July 26, 2019. This is the only post he's made ever. And that's it. That's the only post he's ever made. And he posted it in the giveaway thread. So I'm gonna let's hold this to a vote. Let's show of hands in the chat room. How many of you think that I should give this guy who just registered and posted for the very first time in the giveaway thread, how many of you all think that I should give him the gold membership upgrade? Yes or no? Let's see what you guys have in the chat window. See what you have to say. He is not a paid subscriber. He is just a registered user. So, should I give the noob gold upgrade? Uh-oh, no. Lots of no's. No from Rick Bradford. One post, no from Josh Smith. Big Bad Goth, he did not follow the rules. No, did not register prior to November 2nd, did not send a letter. Iron Kid, Walk the Plank, Keop, no. Mark Grant, no. Misplaced Hillbilly, obviously just joined for the giveaway, so that's a no. Tim Shuttlesworth, not paid, so Nico, no. Yep. But tell him he would have won. I like that. Rub that into, make the painful thing. So let's see here. C Dup, not a winner. Okay. So, Pioma, it seems to be almost universal. Everybody's saying no. Gary Grayley says, "Why not, poor kid?" You know what? I'm going to give him a 1-month gold subscription for that. So I'm going to give him just a taste of what the gold subscription is, and then we're gonna do a gold subscription, or we're gonna re-roll on random.org for somebody to get the full taste. So post number 347. Let's get over here to page 347. Should be page like 17 or 18, I think. Nope, 18. Yep. 347. All right, Hot Shot 10. 347. Hot Shot 10 wins a gold membership. So yeah, folks, you see, I mean, those of you who come in and watch, you see the kind of stuff we deal with. People don't follow the rules. People don't, register just to try to win. People don't bother reading the rules before they get in. And, I try to be a big softie, but yeah, the rules are rules, and I'm going to give him just a taste. Let him sell something, see what happens, and who knows, maybe he'll wind up being a productive member of the forums. But Hotshot 10 is going to win the 1-year gold membership. So we've covered pretty much everything right now. Sticker, patch, Velcro T-shirt, and the paid subscription. So 5:26 in the PM. And let's talk about some news for this week. So, first and foremost, folks, KnifeRights.com is fighting for our rights in the knife industry. And if you are not supporting Knife Rights, you really need to be. Now, I don't shop a lot with Amazon.com, but if you go to smile.amazon.com, up in the URL, it allows you to choose a nonprofit that will get a portion of everything that you buy, or a portion of the purchase prices from everything that you buy off Amazon. And that is a way for you to contribute to Knife Rights without actually making a donation directly to them. And it takes some money out of Amazon's pocket and puts it into Knife Rights pockets. Knife Rights has been fighting cases around the country, getting pro-knife legislation passed in a variety of states and locales. They took it to New York and got their knife laws changed. Of course, New York promptly changed more of their stuff, and all kinds of various things. So if you can, donate to Knife Rights. Even better, Knife Rights always has like an Ultimate Steel giveaway that they're doing. And, they've always got contests that are going on where you can win all kinds of cool knives and stuff from them. So, they have raffles all the time. Nobody seems to... there's always a huge chance to win something awesome. Get in on their raffles and contribute, and get something that you can that's very cool. Hell, Knife Rights teamed up with a whole bunch of manufacturers and got that Chick-fil-A kid who saved a kid that was choking at the drive-thru, and they got him like $7,000 worth of knives. So, KnifeRights.com is a activist organization in our industry that actually goes out there and kicks ass. Make sure that you support them. That said, this week in knife topics, there's really nothing going on, for Knife Rights or knife laws or anything like that. Major court cases are still working through. Knife Rights has got a case going up to the Supreme Court that they're trying to get mooted. We're going to see what's going to happen with that. In other news, there was a... Let me turn this off real quick. So yet again, or after the El Paso shooting and the Dayton shooting and various other shootings happened, there's been a big push for red flag laws. And, gun owners like myself and various other Second Amendment advocates have been basically putting our foot down and saying we're not taking any more shit. And, Trump has been warned and is getting backlash off of endorsed proposals to do red flag laws. If red flag laws pass, they're going to be abused like that. They're going to be, the same people that report your posts on Facebook and get your Facebook profile sent to the gulag, on Twitter, on various other social media, are the same ones that are going to be out there abusing red flag laws. Basically, think of every single divorce horror story you've ever imagined and, add into that an absolute lack of accountability. And that's what you're going to have for red flag laws. And it's going to be this, it turns due process on its head. It makes you guilty until proven innocent. And even worse, if they do take your guns, they can charge you with storage fees for every day that they've got your guns in. And they may just destroy them and not give them back to you, because that's how some of these states work. So do not support red flag laws and make your voice heard. Do not allow them to do it. But one of the really funny things that happened was that there was an incident where this is an incident of, or this is really just karmic hilarity going on here. So who of you guys that are watching, does anyone remember when there was the MAGA kid, the kid with the MAGA hat up in Washington, D.C., where they were at a protest or at a March for Life or something like that? Yeah, the Native American dude walked up to him and was banging a drum in his face, and it created a huge uproar. These kids were from Covington, Kentucky. They were there on a class trip for the March for Life. And basically, huge uproar that this kid had dared to stand there, with a smile on his face, like, while this Native American guy was beating a drum in his face. And, they really could not believe he had a Make America Great hat on. Well, this kid just basically sat there, and you had people like Reza Aslan saying he had the most punchable face in America. You had all these Hollywood stars with millions of followers, just doxing him and calling him a scumbag and a piece of shit and all this other stuff, right? So, one of the people that was jumping on him was Chris Cuomo. And lately there was, the other day, this guy came up to Chris Cuomo is a anchor on CNN, and the other day Chris Cuomo got called Fredo at a restaurant. There was basically a setup where this guy walked up to Chris Cuomo at a restaurant and called him. It was like, "Hey Fredo, what's going on?" Because Rush Limbaugh apparently likes calling Chris Cuomo Fredo, and Chris Cuomo flipped the fuck out. He was like, "I'll fucking throw you down the stairs, you punk ass bitch! Fuck you!" Blah 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 blah. Unhinged, and this was caught on camera. So, that turned it into a huge thing. And all these people were like, "Oh, no, what?" All the same people that were screaming in outrage over the Nick Sandman, the Covington kid with the red MAGA hat, were turning around and defending Chris Cuomo for his actions and how he was flipping out here. But the best part of it was that, right after Chris Cuomo did all that, Trump made a tweet. Would Chris Cuomo be given a red flag for his recent rant? Filthy language and total loss of control. He shouldn't be allowed to have any weapon. He's nuts. Firearms Policy Coalition. Sure seems like Trump is saying bad language equals the government's coming for your guns. And this is a perfect example where, people will, if they have power, they will abuse it to take away your rights. And this is a perfect example of why red flag laws are stupid as hell and should not be done. And, all these people are talking about red flag laws, suddenly shut the fuck up when Trump is talking about using red flag laws against one of their own. So that's pretty interesting. And, another, thing is that Vox was saying, the reason he blew up is because, he considers Fredo like when you've lost Vox as a support for you on the left, then you're having a hard time. All right, so also in the news, Supreme Court is set to hear first Second Amendment case in a decade. What is at stake? Basically, what's going on here is that the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association, basically New York State subchapter of the NRA, is going up against New York City. New York City has very draconian gun laws, and I have talked about them on the past on this, where basically if you do not have a permit and you have a gun in New York, you are screwed. They will put you in jail. They are famous for locking up people who get whose flights come into New York Airport, LaGuardia, or whatever, and their flights get canceled or diverted. They have to stay the night in the hotel. They declare a firearm when they check in, and New York is famous for locking them up. New York has been prosecuting people because if you had a gun in your car, you weren't allowed to have it. You weren't allowed to take it out of state. You weren't allowed to take it to a second home. The only place you were allowed to have this pistol, unless you had a concealed carry permit, was in your house. And NSRPA or what the hell is it? Who are these guys? NYSRPA, say that 17 times fast, has a case going up to Supreme Court where they are trying to get the laws overturned because the 1986 Firearms Owner Protection Act explicitly states you're supposed to be able to travel with your firearm and not be dinged for stuff. And New York is very, very, very worried about this. So worried because this may have national repercussions that they went ahead and they changed the law to allow people to take their guns from their houses to ranges to out of the state, etc. And they're trying to do a tactic which is known as mooting because the law is no longer in effect. They say that the case doesn't matter anymore and they shouldn't have to do it. And of course, this is a blatantly transparent tactic because as soon as if SCOTUS does take the bait and say that it's mooted, then what they're going to do is they're going to reinstate the law immediately, and it's going to be a process to get it going on. NSRPA has been trying to get this gone since I think like 2012 or something along those lines. So it's been a process, and if they can get this passed, then what's going to happen is it's going to set a precedent that, or potentially set a precedent that all Second Amendment cases are going to have to be viewed as what's known as strict scrutiny. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with what strict scrutiny or intermediate scrutiny and all that other Supreme Court stuff is, intermediate scrutiny allows them to pass laws based on a compelling public interest, stuff along those lines. Strict scrutiny means that when a law is passed, it has to be narrowly tailored so that it's very narrow. Any infringement on rights have to be very, very, very narrow and has to be, just as limiting as much damage as possible to it. So, if this law, or if SCOTUS takes this case and they say that the Second Amendment applies to strict scrutiny, then we're going to see a lot of gun laws possibly overturned because if strict scrutiny is the standard, there you go. My personal opinion is I think that they're going to tackle this under Commerce Clause and possibly ignore the Second Amendment entirely because the Supreme Court has a habit of trying to avoid wide-ranging rulings. So we'll see what happens. So next up, NRA's having problems. You may or may not have been seeing this on social media, but basically NRA has been the focus of a massive smear campaign for months now, ever since the 2016 election where Donald Trump won. Largely in part because of gun owner support and after seeing Barack Obama basically attack the Second Amendment for 8 years, Trump positioned himself as a Second Amendment candidate. Well, the thing is, since that happened, the media has gone off full court press to try to delegitimize the NRA, and it is working. There was they basically said the NRA was a pawn of Russia. They made a lot of noise about NRA being a tool of Russia, NRA taking money from Russia when it turned out to be just $2,500 from members located in Russia. This chick, Martina Bettina or something like that, I don't know what her name was revealed to be a Russian pawn. It was using NRA access to try to get to Trump. Various other stuff. And there's been a public full court press against the NRA by politicians, major media, private organizations. Everybody's attacking the NRA and trying to delegitimize it. And as part of this, what they've been doing is they've been going after the NRA's finances. They've been going after the NRA's work, and it's been working. And the NRA dug a large hole for itself because the NRA has done some stupid shit. Like, pay a lot of money to Ackerman McQueen, which is their legal group, to do a bunch of stuff. There's been problems with finances where people are saying they're not being good custodians of the members' dues. They said they were going to buy Wayne LaPierre, who's the CEO and executive vice president of the NRA, a $6 million mansion. There's a lot of articles coming out about paying for Wayne LaPierre's suits and various other stuff. So the NRA is having a hard time right now. And as a result, you've got other Second Amendment groups they're stepping up to take the void. You've got people like the Second Amendment Foundation. Second Amendment Foundation, Citizens Committee for the Right to Keep and Bear Arms. You've seen people like Firearms Policy Coalition and various other groups step up and start taking the fight. When the NRA isn't able to, these groups just don't have the reach. So, it's interesting to see what's going on. SAF in particular has been funding cases to go before various state and local courts. They were one of the ones that pushed Heller, which recognized the Second Amendment as a individual right. They helped push McDonald. Second Amendment Foundation has been going hard on this. So, it's interesting to see what's going to be going on here with that. And, we are seeing right now with the 2020 elections starting up, with the Democratic candidates, they are going full bore on gun control. Eric Swalwell decided he was going to push gun control far and away harder than anyone else. Of course, his polling numbers were zero, but everybody else that's running for Democratic candidate for president is also going full bore on gun control. You've got, every single one of them. There isn't a single pro-gun member of, or single pro-gun Democratic candidate for President Ryan right now. They're all anti-gun. Sanders, anti-gun as hell, pushing for assault weapons ban. Same with Harris, same with Warren, same with Buttigieg, same with Beto O'Rourke, Andrew Yang. They've got like 17 or 18 people running, Hickenlooper, various others, and they're all just running on anti-gun things. And, gun control is not polling well or, showing as much support as they think it is, but they're just pushing on this gun control thing. And one of the things that happened this week is that Beto O'Rourke decided that he was going to reboot his presidential campaign and make gun control the focus of it, because obviously, watching Eric Swalwell flame out over it, clearly wasn't a good enough sign. So, Beto O'Rourke, is going after gun control and trying to get his polling numbers above zero. We'll see whether it works or not. Meanwhile, also what's going on, you've got, after all these shootings, after the El Paso shooting, after the Dayton shooting, after various other shootings, the Democrats are looking to pass H.R. 1296. Yes, H.R. 1296, which is the new assault weapons ban bill. And what they're going to do this time is there's no grandfather clause or there's no sunset clause. It's not going to go away after 10 years. It's going to be forever. So you won't be able to transfer your firearms to your kids. And what's going to happen is they're redefining assault weapons so that an assault weapon is now any semi-automatic rifle that has a pistol grip, or any semi-automatic rifle that has the capacity to take a detachable mag. And instead of multiple evil features like it was last time, it's a single evil feature. So if you've got a pistol grip, if you've got a folding collapsing stock, if you've got a threaded muzzle, if you've got the capacity, or, a vertical foregrip or various other things, it's considered an assault weapon now. And they're banned. They're banning rifles by platform, any type of AK rifle, any type of AR-15, any type of, or facsimile or copy. They're banning all of them. And they're going after everything. They're looking to ban everything they can. And after, right now, the Senate and Congress are in recess, and they're looking to come back early off recess so that they can pass the assault weapons ban, while the people are upset, because that's how it works. These people, get upset about something, and they have to pass laws, while people are upset before they can come to terms with what the laws are going to be. Never let a crisis go to waste is how Rahm Emanuel used to term it. So, what they don't realize is that this law is also cosmetic, and, is not going to affect rifles that do the same thing. Like this right here, this is a Fightlight SCR. If you notice, no pistol grip. Or let's see here if you can see it. There we go. No pistol grips. Got a traditional rifle stock. Yes, it has the ability to take a detachable magazine, but it can have a barrel with no, no threads, no pistol grip, no vertical foregrip. Still semi-automatic rifle. Still black and scary, but it doesn't, it doesn't have those evil features. And the worst part is none of these people know what a freaking, can even articulate what a semi-auto rifle is or why they're so scary, but whatever. So, yeah, the House Democrats are preparing for votes on sweeping gun and magazine ban. They're really fired up about this. The House has got 200 co-sponsors on 1296, and it's not going away this time for them. It has to be, it's not going to get defeated in the House because the Democrats have the majority, so it has to get defeated in the Senate. Fortunately, the Republicans hold the majority in the Senate. We'll see whether or not McConnell's going to cave on this. There is word that he was talking about caving, but we'll see whether or not it's going to happen. And like I said, the House Judiciary Committee is going to return from August recess early to consider gun bills. They're pushing for it. They want it, so they're gonna see what they can do. But one of the interesting things that happened this week is that there was interesting things that happened this week is there was a massive armed shoot-off or standoff in Philadelphia. In Philly, a guy who basically, let's see here. All right. Sorry, eating sunflower seeds. So in Philly this week, there was a standoff. Philly narcotics officers decided to serve a warrant to a guy's house named Maurice Hill. Now, Maurice here is a career criminal. Been convicted arrested and convicted 6 times since he's been 18. And they were serving a drug warrant on his house. Dude has arrests for assault, trafficking drugs, robbery. I don't know if he's got one for murder or whatever. But regardless, the guy could not pass a background check to save his life. So, basically, he's like, fuck y'all, I'm not going back to jail. And when the police officers did serve the warrant on his house, he started shooting back. And basically, they had 100 freaking police officers surrounding his house. He wounded 6 officers. He was basically doing a standoff for 8 hours up against the Philly cops. And, basically was arrested and taken alive. And he decided, he was like, yeah, I'd rather die in a shootout than go to prison. But, they arrested him. And, the shots were still going on, and the mayor of Philly was going, hey, we need to do gun control because obviously, there's not enough gun control because this guy's getting a gun. Never mind that this guy is a career drug dealer, and we've got a complete ban on crack cocaine and various other drugs, and he's still able to get that. But somehow gun control is going to keep him from getting a gun. Yeah, right. So, one of the funny things about this is that it really was an obvious example of, if you've ever been in an argument with somebody on gun control, you may have had them respond with, well, how are you going to fight back against the government? They've got drones, they've got F-35s, they've got tanks, they're going to blow you away. Well, this one dude, with no training, no kit, no experience, no actual street combat experience, held off the entire Philadelphia Police Department for hours. Took cops hostage, wounded 6 of them without even really trying. And, what's going to happen when they start doing red flag laws and gun ban laws and confiscation laws, and they go up against actual veterans who were like point men on doing building raids in Iraq? What's going to happen then? You're going to see cops no longer showing up to work because nobody wants to go up against people who know what they're doing and aren't going to take prisoners. This one dude shot 6 cops, and yeah, they got released from jail or released from the hospital the same day. But imagine, if this guy had killed those 6 cops, and then they go to do another warrant tomorrow to get a gun owner, and that guy takes down, a few cops, and it keeps spiraling. Or, God forbid, what happens if they go to do a warrant on somebody and it's an ambush? They just wipe out the entire SWAT team. The cops just aren't going to show up after that. And these people that think that, oh, yeah, we're just going to ban guns and confiscate them, it's going to be no problem at all. I mean, hey, they've got drones, they've got tanks. That's not how it works. And it was a graphic illustration of that. And it's kind of morbid, kind of gallows humor, but that's how it is. So, also in the wake of El Paso shooting in Walmart, Walmart employees are pressuring Walmart to stop selling guns, which really shows that, it's never been about reducing crime. It's never been about reducing suicides or violence or anything else. It's about banning guns. Walmart stopped, after Sandy Hook, Walmart stopped selling AR-15s. They don't sell AR-15s anymore. They haven't sold them for like 3 or 4 years. Walmart now sells like pump-action shotguns. Walmart sells, bolt-action rifles. They don't sell pistols. They don't even do firearm transfers for guns coming in from out of state. They refuse to do that. All they sell is ammo, and they sell thug guns. And, now they're trying to get Walmart to stop carrying guns. All it is trying to, they're trying to just stop people from being able to buy guns altogether. And it's becoming readily transparent that that's the point. What else is there? So Dems, this is another one. So on the heels of the, remember I was talking about the NYSPRA, whatever, New York State Pistol Rifle Association case against New York City. Well, the Democrats see the writing on the walls for this, and they decided to warn the Supreme Court that they better rule on this right. Heal the country or face restructuring. Basically, what they are saying here is that if you do not rule the way we want you to rule, we're going to pack the court and make it so that the court rules in our favor every single time. Imagine if Donald Trump had said something like that. That's kind of scary. Basically, they were saying that next time they get in power, they'll pack the court. They'll turn it to instead of 9 justices, they'll turn it to 15 or more, to try to make it a majority in any cases. And it's not forward thinking. It's just stupid. So we'll see what happens here. Elizabeth Warren plans to tax Americans out of their Second Amendment rights. Basically, she wants to raise the taxes on pistols and rifles to 30% from 10%, and on ammunition to 50%. Basically, make it too expensive for people to be able to exercise their Second Amendment rights. Of course, this isn't going to affect criminals. Not like requiring prescriptions hasn't stopped drug dealers. So old Pocahontas, she doesn't know her ass from a hole in the ground on this. And basically, America's got a bad history when it comes to disenfranchising people. There's poll tax. When you tax people, who are trying to exercise their constitutional rights, it winds up disenfranchising the poor and minorities most of all. And poll taxes in this country finally went away during the civil rights era back in the 60s. Before then, only basically the rich could vote and minorities couldn't. But even worse, it's like testing on constitutional rights. Back in Jim Crow era, between the 1850s and 1960s, literacy tests were used to keep people from being able to vote. One of the famous examples was that they would, hand a paper to potential voters and be like, here, read this paper to show us that you can understand how to vote. And they would hold the paper up, and on the paper would be Chinese. Nobody, the white Southerners would get would be automatically presumed to be able to read English. They would get the English test, but minorities would be told, here, read this. It's in Chinese or some other foreign language, and they wouldn't be able to read it, so they wouldn't be able to vote. So we don't put testing and we don't put taxes on constitutional rights because it's fucked up, and that's just not what we do it. It's not how we do it. And, just as usual, the push to ban semi-auto rifles is dumb. More people are killed by hammers and clubs than any rifles of any kind. Something like 400 people per year are killed by rifles of all types, including semi-automatic rifles. Meanwhile, like 1,500 people a year are stabbed to death. 467 people got killed in 2017 with blunt objects such as hammers. And it's, the idiocy of these people is beyond me. Also, we're almost wrapping it up. Here's something you guys should read. If you look down, if you scroll down to the description, I've also done a link here in the description of the YouTube channel. Reason.com had a podcast here they did an interview with James Allen Fox saying there's no evidence of a epidemic of mass shootings. And it's 45 minutes long. If you've got 45 minutes after listening to my bullshit, do yourself a favor. Click on this, listen to it, or save it for later, listen to it, and, listen to how he breaks down that the epidemic of mass shootings is complete and utter bullshit. And then finally, last of all, we're at 5:58 p.m., here's what's going on. Here's a interesting dichotomy. CNN exclusive Democrats ask, why even have a Second Amendment? They're wanting to get rid of the Second Amendment in this country. And meanwhile, in Hong Kong, China is cracking down on pro-democracy demonstrators. Hong Kong is dealing with China taking over their country, and basically, it was a slow turnover that happened back in the beginning of the century here, and they're fighting right now. You've got stuff going on in Portland, Oregon right now, where Antifa is showing the communist flag as they're calling everybody fascists and Nazis. You've got people in Hong Kong. Let's see if I can find a picture of this. You got people in Hong Kong begging, or wishing they had the Second Amendment to resist. Well, not a good picture, but we'll see. You got people in Hong Kong waving American flags, singing the Star-Spangled Banner, and wishing they had a Second Amendment so they could resist the riot police that are pepper spraying them, beating them, and basically, getting ready to take over their country. When people in a foreign country, value the freedoms that we have more than the people in this country do, it's kind of shameful. We need to, we got rid of history, we got rid of civics, everything that's in school is social studies now instead of history and civics, and nobody takes pride in the country anymore. And, value your rights, folks, because if they're taken away, you never get them back. And there's another saying that I heard recently, it's easy to vote yourself into socialism, but you got to shoot your way out of it. And that's not something that I want to see happen here in the country. So, that's it for news topics for this week. So now we are back to doing the giveaway, the live stream giveaway, and the grand prize. So let's go to the giveaway thread, or let's go to random.org and pick the next winner for the giveaway. Let's see, we're going to give away the Boker 732 knife now, along with the Dozier 4064 knife. So are you guys ready for the giveaway here? If so, let's get it done. So news topics, or wrong thread here. Giveaway thread. Here we go. All right, so we've got the giveaway thread up on the screen. We're on page 1. Let's go to random.org and do generate. All right, so post $2.99 on the giveaway thread. $2.99 on the giveaway thread should be page 15, I believe. Yep. Last post, or second last post on it. Dunk 'em. Dunk 'em with post 289. Dunk. So congrats to Dunk 'em for winning the grand prize of the Boker 732 Urban Trapper and the K-Bar 4062 Folding Hunter. Congrats on that. And that's it, folks. We are ready to do the live stream giveaway. Are you guys ready to do that? Who's ready to win some sweet ass stuff here from that? Let me see if I can go grab this stuff and I can show you. Be right back in a second. Alrighty, so who's ready to do the, if you guys are ready to do the live stream prize pack, let me know in chat, and let's see what we can do here. Alright, so, let's lead off with the usual stuff that we do. As usual, every week we give away an SCH1 Arrowhead, so somebody's going to be winning that this week. As I knock everything to the floor. So somebody's going to get an SCH1 Arrowhead. Someone's going to get a morale patch from Tactical Gear Junkie. The patches will continue until morale improves. So that's cool. Man, I got a bunch of stuff in here. Somebody's going to get 550 cord. Somebody's going to get Wicked Edge sticker. Let's see here. And then somebody's going to get the Kershaw. What is this knife? Alright, so this is a Kershaw Spec Bump. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, this Spec Bump was manufactured 12 years ago. This is from March 07. It's got the neat little weird lock system here where you have to push forward on the thumb stud. I don't know if you can see it there, but you push forward on the thumb stud and then that deactivates the lock. S30V blade, G10 handle. This is the Kershaw 1596 Spec Bump, S30V black coating. So somebody's going to get that. 12-year-old gold right there. And then, last but not least, somebody is going to win the Peste Resistance, a Barracuda rust-free Tomcat, part number 7016B, folding lockback Chinesium tactical knife. Look how badass this is. You could totally ruin somebody's cheesecake with this. Always carry a knife, you know, because somebody might need to get stabbed in the throat, or there might be cheesecake. Even comes with injection molded plastic pocket clip, dual plastic thumb studs, ballistic nylon frost sheath. Folks, honestly, I might have to keep this for myself. Should I keep this for myself, or should you guys get it? Let me know in the chat window, because I don't know. I'm awfully tempted. I should probably keep this for myself, right? I don't know. What do y'all think? Anyhow, gotta toss all this stuff back into boxes. I'm not even sure. I mean, look at this. It's overflowing. It's overflowing the shipping box I put all this stuff in. Might not be able to fit everything in there. Could be bad. So yeah, let's do this thing. Are you guys ready to do the live stream giveaway? If you are, go ahead and get your username into the chat window. You've got, I'm going to start the music. You've got until the music stops. You've got until the music stops to get your username in the chat window if you want to be entered. So get your username in the chat window if you want to be entered into the giveaway. You guys have until the music stops to get your username in. So is nobody going to enter the Blade Form Stuck on username? Nobody wants the live stream prize back this week? What's up? All right, so we got 1, 2, Ed Seymour, Evil Ed, Tim Shuttlesworth. Better start writing this stuff down. M. Ryder. Iron Kid, you're disqualified. Warder X, didn't you just win something the other week? Cuomo, I know you won something. No, wait, you won a sticker. You're good to go. It's Mark Grant, Peekaboo. Alright guys, you got 2 minutes, 20 seconds to get your usernames in. Just under 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get your username in. John Smith. John Smith, are we Facebook friends? Are you the guy that does Smith sites? Tim Shuttlesworth already got you, man. You're already in the drawing. It'll make me enter in people multiple times. All right, 1 minute, 30 seconds to get your username in. Derek C., your next new knife should be... It's a good question. What should your next new knife be? Do you want to buy American? What do you want to do? All right, 1 minute. 1 minute left to get your username in. Random Model 1. Yeah, if you want to, yeah, Ed, if you want to wait like freaking 10 years for your knife to get made. Chris Reeves. Chris Reeves has some good stuff. I do like the Chris Reeves. You know, Derek, if you want a large Sebenza lunar landing, I happen to know somebody that has 2 thumbs that has one in stock. All right, 20 seconds to get your username in. 15. 10. 10 seconds left to get your username in. Come on, folks. 10 seconds. And we're done. Music is off. So we have... How many people do we have this week that are entering in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. 11 people total trying to get the knife, the live stream prize pack. So let's go to the random name picker here, just like I use random.org. Just like I use random.org to pick the user, or to pick the posts for the giveaway threads, I use the random name picker here to pick who's going to be appropriate or who's going to win the live stream prize pack. When I hit the rerun button up here, it will pick randomly one of the names from down here. We've got 11 people: Ed Seymour, Roachbelly, Timo 5150, Bullvang, Valley Girl, Kiop, M. Ryder, Warder X, Pioma, Peekaboo, Mono Fletch. These are all the names we have. We don't have any We don't have anyone else, no alibis, no one left to get in there. All right, so who's ready to get drawn? Let me see a G in chat. Let me see chat if you are ready for the live stream prize pack. All right, I'm seeing 2 Gs, 3 Gs, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. Everybody's ready. So let's hit rerun. Booyah. Mark Grant, peekaboo. Congrats. Peekaboo. Mark Grant wins the live stream prize pack. Mark Grant, peekaboo, wins the live stream. Congrats, Mark. Congratulations to you. Thank you to everybody that that tuned in and watched this week. Except for Iron Kid. Fuck you, Iron Kid. Big Bad Goth. Big Bad Goth, do not forget. I need your phone number so that I can send out your live stream prize pack from a few weeks ago. And, yeah. So, good to go. Everybody, or Mark, I will PM you off of the forums. Yeah, Mark, I'll PM you on the forums to get your information on the live stream. And everybody else who won, thank you so much. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching, listening to me ramble about stupid shit for an hour and 12 minutes now. Appreciate you guys supporting the forums for the last 20 years, or for those of you who just joined up. Appreciate you for tuning in and watching. And without you guys, we wouldn't have Blade Forums. This has been week 33 of the live stream giveaway, which means that we have a grand total of 19 weeks left to go before we'll be done for the year. Hopefully, if I've got extra knives, who knows, maybe we'll continue through the new year. Keep fighting the fight, keep fighting for your rights, support kniferights.org. Do what you can to fight for the Second Amendment. If you got it, treasure your rights. And folks, I really appreciate you guys, tuning in and being cool and, supporting the forums. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope you guys are experiencing good weather. And y'all take care. We'll catch you on later. And with that, I am out of here. So let's do that. All right, we're at that. And time to start shutting this down. Yeah, if I was better at this, I would have a more professional thing, but who knows. All right. End stream.